What's up, my guys? It's Lindsay, and well, this is the end. The last was the agency tales, at least for now. So the story goes that I didn't expect to return to Disney 16 months later. However, every few years, my own high school's music department does something special, like doing Candlelight, Spring Break kind of wipe, or something smaller, like just going up for the day to Broadway. Well, as for Disney, kind of knew about it early on. Like, we get like a loose itinerary of things at the start, at least if I remember correctly. But I think we started actually practicing for it after school in October, and we was continuing during as a freshman we did Carmina Burana for the winter concert, so we were working on that during in our choir classes, and then like I knew from middle school choir, Mark, Thomas, James, Neil, and Ronan, Sebastian, and then Carter I knew from Scouts, his brother Christian, Owen Crowley, as well as Andy, who I think I forgot to mention, but he was part of tech for the Wizard of Oz, so that's how we knew him. He was a senior that year along with Owen. Nick Crookshank, another Scout, I think I mentioned before. He was in band along with Matt Clark, who was a part of a middle school band thing. I think he was in Paley 1, at least for a bit. Audio from 50 would be Brian Parks, Zoe Pat, her brother Cam, also Max, who was in AMA, Rohan Gandhi, that. So, the first day was a travel day, about 3 or 4 periods, depending on when your flight was, with class, on December 1st. Yep, first we didn't know it. First night that John Groff was performing with our travel day down, then we were his last 2 shows. That was the way things went, and we stayed at Ulster Movie. So back in 2014, travel down on Wednesday, Candlelight was on a Thursday, and you can see how things go. So our first full day actually down there was at Epcot for March Madness. Our choir both Candlelight, so March Madness did a thing in World Showcase when that area opened up for the day. I was a Sebastian for that whole day. His dad surprised with a few fast, so he got Test Tracks, Soarin', Mission Space, even though we did split up for that. He did Orange, I did Grand. Wasn't quite brave enough, and also, I hadn't done Mission Space yet. Even though I did do Soarin' Test Track. My parents, I think that might have been the only Future World attraction I haven't, excluding Journey to Imagination, which I really don't have much interest in to begin with. That was the last one at the time that I hadn't done anything with. So yeah, we met with that, had lunch in the land, and then we started going around the showcase counterclockwise. Past camp, I think it was a restaurant there, but it's actually a steakhouse or something. Not exactly sure, but yeah. Past for me, saw the Paul McKenna set in the UK. I also tried to record them, but see Past driving with France, Morocco, Japan. Saw American Adventure. Is that technically for excluding the Circovision, Circorama, Circovision. Yeah, the shows in France and China. It's Maelstrom, Grand Visitor, and the American Adventure show. I think it was the big 3 attractions, and then you have the 2 projection shows, and then you have the nighttime show, which obviously back in the day was Illuminations. I don't know if CBS something got beyond Italy, because we were supposed to meet at Italy in order to go backstage for rehearsal for Candlelight. So there's huge Harlan set up back there, where we would eat, and then one part was a dining area, and the other part was an area just to practice. Yeah, I think we had changed and I'll show you guys before rehearsing and dinner. I think we might have rehearsed and then went to dinner because of how things went. Anyways, there was relation to food, and no one let me sit at our table. So same with some girls who were part of the local Orlando area school, and I forget their names. Yeah, I might have been a common name or something. So I thought I remember, but I don't. Apparently, how it was done, the playbill for the night did kind of look like something more special. Anyways, as mentioned, we did the last 2 shows, and Jonathan Groff, who is Kristoff in Frozen, he was the king in Hamilton. Even like the guys were kind of enjoyed him. So yeah, and there was like between the shows, like I don't know if it was a security cast member fight. I was definitely some cast members like, you know, just like stay off John's back, okay? That's not exactly what they said, but anyways, after those two shows wrapped, Illuminations began about 20 minutes after. So yeah, we took back the gowns for the students. They're gold, and then for the cast members they're green. So the cast members look like a tree. So everything was strapped our gowns, got our clothes, and then went back out to it was kind of not like one big group, but we kind of were scattered across Italy. At least I think most of us were. So we ended up watched Illuminations. Actually watched the last showing with Resort TV One's final live stream. That was over a year ago now. Can't believe it. And then obviously exit out past Italy, China, etc. Day 2 was Universal. The jazz band was doing something around it was after 1 p.m. in City Walk. Anyways, I am spending most of the day at Islands. Rope dropped Hulk. I think I knew about the launch at the time, but I forgot about it that day. Yeah, one of the first rides. Definitely not first ride of the day. Moved over to Spider-Man. I think it's had like a 3D redo earlier that year, or that might have been 2013 when they did a big update for that ride. Passed over to Lagoon. A few of us actually wanted to go get on Petrodon flyers, but they don't just let childless millennials or teenagers on that ride. I think I did go in Discovery Center for a few minutes there in the morning. I think I also did a Hippogriff and Forbidden Journey also before lunch, with a few other people at Margaritaville, and then I watched the jazz band show, and Universal gave them a special plaque. I did ride Dueling Dragons a bit later. Eventually I met up with Thomas, his man, there was like another friend or two, and they were in bumped in Lost Con, and then we spent the remaining hours over on the studio side. So we did Minion Mayhem, then went to Mummy. I really got that jump scare on the mid-course, and I think the girls did as well. I think Thomas and I were in the back row. I did have a slight locker issue. Like, back in the day, the lockers were outside, so I could see Superstar Parade. They went over and did Green Guts, and that's about as far as I've been. I've been into Diagon Alley, but didn't ride it. But then it's really just screen the ride. And also, you know, I was kind of tired. I didn't want them to put anything in the locker because I wasn't sure how long the wait was. Actually, I think another Spanish dad was also muling me. Trying to have a conversation, and then his wife and kids came. I think they were probably about my age. And then they left. They were done the run. We had dinner at Mel's before we went back to the hotel. And now talk about for the final day of the Candlelight Tour, I brought on Owen Crowley, lead singer of the Petros. Long time no see.
Thanks for having me on, man. I'm glad to be here.
So, third day was Magic Kingdom. We were there the full day, and I first got there, I had issue with trying to finger scan, so that took a little bit, and then eventually I bumped into Owen and the gang. I can't remember else who was a part of that group that day.
I think we had, Cam Pratt, Laney Buck. I'm trying to think. We had Eric.
Jack,
we had Jack.
Justin.
Yeah,
I remember. I think one of them, having gone to a wheelchair. I think we only use that for. It's a small world at the toward the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think that I feel that was one of the first times I got a night ride on a roller coaster when I got that sunset ride on Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
Well, that was before I actually rode the mine train at Grave Entrance. That was the first time I rode a roller coaster at night. It's just very beautiful, being in Magic Kingdom with all the lighting, you know?
Yeah.
Very picturesque.
Yeah, it was beautiful being there, and just honestly such an amazing experience.
And from where we were when we had dinner at Cosmic Rays, it was slammed in there. There are chicken nuggets, and I tried a chicken thing. Wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, from the distance in Tomorrowland, we could kind of see Main Street Electrical Parade, and I forget which castle show was on at the time.
I don't recall. I do remember seeing part of. Was it like one of those electric parades that went through?
Yeah, I was talking about Main Street Electrical Parade, and
yeah,
I think that was around the last time they actually had a nighttime parade at Disney World.
Oh wow, really? Yeah, no, I remember the fireworks being
2016.
phenomenal though.
Yeah, I think,
you said 2016 was when they stopped doing that?
Yeah, I think they're initially hoping to bring back a new evening parade for the 50th anniversary, but with how things are going right now, they might just push that off till 2023.
Okay.
Because that's 100th anniversary of the Disney company.
Gotcha. And it also makes sense, especially with COVID going on. They're probably really restricted in what they're actually able to do.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what they've been doing then, but also we were at Splash Mountain on that trip.
Yeah. That was such a fun ride. I had a great time.
So what are your thoughts on the replacement with Princess and the Frog?
I didn't know they replaced it, really?
Not yet, but like coming down the pipeline.
No, that's such a classic. I mean, I love the Princess and the Frog, but that's
Princess and the Frog. So
what'd you say?
It's been a few years since I've seen Princess and the Frog, so
it's a good movie.
It makes more sense in Disneyland where it is, because even though you have like Winnie the Pooh in the same like plaza area, it is very close to New Orleans Square.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense for the location, but it's so sad to see Splash Mountain go, because that was such a classic. Like that's been there for such a long time. Do you have any idea when is that, like from the beginning that thing's been around for? Or?
I think it's around the mid '80s, like because Knott's Berry Farm, which is out near Disney, there's actually an interesting story about the park that Disney actually wanted to purchase the park for Disneyland's second gate as Disney's America. But that didn't happen. So that started around the 60s.
Okay.
And then it was like in the years when they're looking to add more thrill rides into the park. I think that was a Mark Davis project.
Gotcha. Okay. That's cool.
I'm trying to think of a lot of the other smaller rides today, because I still haven't done Jungle Cruise or Haunted Mansion.
I did Jungle Cruise with my family a couple of years ago, and that was a good time, but it's not as good as going to I forget what kingdom, but I think it's Animal Kingdom. Yeah,
like
where
Polly
you
or
the safari.
Yeah.
That is hands down one of my favorite rides. Just getting to ride through all of that is so cool.
I haven't been since Camp Mickey closed in 2013, and 2014 when we went, I think that was the last year of the Osborne light show at Hollywood Studios.
Oh,
so
really?
It's a shame that we ended up going to I think Dixie mentioned is that there was a thing at Studios that we could have done for choir bows at the same time as the marching band parade in Epcot.
Yeah, no, I do remember her saying something about that. It was definitely a bit of a bummer, but it was still fantastic but the whole trip was phenomenal. Magic Kingdom was definitely my favorite part, but
I think that's the longest I've ever spent in a theme park, because I think we got back around midnight, 1 a.m. And I thought we left kind of early.
Yeah, I think we were there
I think we left after Main Street Electrical in the first show on the castle or something like that, or maybe I just left you guys there for a bit longer.
I think we were there from
opening until like 10. I thought it was 10, but like
no, because the fireworks were right around like 9:30 or 10, but we stayed for a little bit after. I think we left around like 10:30, like right around that time. So then we finally got back.
Laugh floor, that was kind of nice. And I think I might have got one of my jokes into Laugh floor, but it wasn't very good or something like that.
It was all right. I think Didn't we have somebody in our group got like spotlighted from the laugh floor?
The preview bit before the show actually started. That might have
Okay.
happened.
Yeah. That's that whole laugh floor thing. I've done that a couple times with my family, and that's again like one of my other favorite ones.
And I'm trying to think back. Did we do Pirates together, or did I just do that in 2013? Because I feel like I'm missing a few, right? Because we did.
We did pirate. No, we did do Pirates. We definitely did do Pirates. Because I remember
we did. Because I remember doing Splash Mountain, Big Thunder at Sunset, having dinner at Cosmic Rays. It's a Small World after, I think, was Justin.
We do Space Mountain.
You might have done it before I met up with you guys. I remember writing it once with my mom, and she was very scared of even though she'd written it when my parents were dating back in the 90s. Like, I think the last time there was like just after Animal Kingdom opened and she wrote Tower of Terror, and she was scared, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't written anything on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah. No, that I can't remember. I think I did Tower of Terror once, and that was it. I was like, one, done, never again. I'm not, I can't do it. It was too much for me. It was too. We also did. There was a ghost ride. I feel like we did. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else, but it was over near Splash Mountain. But it's like if you're looking at the map.
You might have done Haunted Mansion before I met up with you guys. I haven't ridden it yet.
Okay.
That might be what you're thinking about. But also, like Seven Dwarfs had just opened, but obviously the line was busy for that because it was brand new and we gave it a miss.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel if we did any other rides in Fantasyland besides Small World at the end of the day.
I feel like there was one more. No. I think the group broke up for a little bit to like split up, and some people hit Small World, some people hit maybe not Winnie the Pooh, but like Peter Pan or something in that area.
Yeah, maybe. that might have happened. Actually, I thought we all did Small World at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I think that was it for all the rides in Fantasyland, because at the time they were still building some other things, and I think now, if I'm not mistaken, they have that.
In 2013, when I went, like most of Fantasyland was done except for Seven Dwarfs, but Seven Dwarfs had opened by the time we were. Though they might have just been doing some, restructuring, like just doing some work on facades when we were there, maybe.
Yeah, because it opened like right after that, like right after we had left, it opened up.
So, what are some of your favorite memories from the trip?
Trying to think. I really, if I'm being honest, one of my favorite parts, it's not of Magic Kingdom, but for me, it's the ending with Epcot. There's just something for me where I remember our group, we went to all of the different countries or whatever, but the fireworks and the big finale, and just something about the music that they play after seeing this phenomenal
Illumination was very beautiful, show. And I feel fortunate we were able to see it. At least for me, I only got to see it that one time after we did Candlelight.
Yeah. No, and
it's right now, I think, yes, Illuminations ended a year ago, and there was like a temporary show they did until the parks got closed due to the pandemic, and right now they've started work on their new show that'll be premiering whenever they finish the stuff, like between once it's actually ready and when Flora says it's okay, even though, since Epcot's is kind of big, it is more possible to socially distance showcase.
It's just going to be a lot tougher for them to clean. It'll be a lot tougher for them to just clean everything, and I think that's going to be their biggest concern. But yeah, no, Illuminations, I didn't know they ended that. That was my favorite part about all of Disney, because I would leave there and just my heart was so full because, you know, you see this amazing fireworks show, all of the lights, this huge spectacular event, and then you walk out and you're just hit with this amazing Disney music, and you have to walk, you know, a whole mile to get back to the buses. And you're just thinking about life and you're taking it all in, and it's just that to me.
You remember like seeing stuff on the back of Spaceship Earth?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a shame that like a lot of like the rehab projects that Disney was planning for the 50th anniversary might end up being shelved because they had to reallocate funds for being closed for a few months.
Yeah.
Disneyland's still closed. I think Hong Kong has closed again, or it's closed like a few times.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's there's only so much you can do, especially with what's going on in the world around us. So hopefully we get a vaccine soon. Hopefully it actually, you know, pulls through for all of us. And I'm honestly hoping they can bring Illuminations back, because that, again, as I said, was fantastic. Do you think it'll be whatever they bring is going to be any better, or what do you think?
I think there's more like tech going on. Like there's only a lot more tech advances since Illumination has started. So and I think Epcot wants to try and bring more Disney into the park, and I feel this is more like fitting with their direction, along with finally putting something back in Wonders of Life.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see some Marvel gradually with Guardians of the Galaxy, where the Universe of Energy was.
Yeah.
Universal, like there's still a lot. Can't believe how much like stuff is that's actually Disney now that's in Universal with Marvel, which I don't think is going away anytime soon because of the big retrack they did with Hulk, like just after we were there.
Yeah.
And Simpsons, I'm not sure, since Disney's really using Simpsons to promote Disney Plus. I feel that right now it's kind of in flux, but I feel that's like time will tell about.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, man, thank you so much for having me on. I really enjoyed getting to talk to you and just catch up, and you know.
Your audio cut out, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Try to be subscribed, and I'll see you next time.
When Christmas tide comes in like a bright wind.